Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner, and today we're going to be talking about Luxo. And before we get into that, let's take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin. So not much to say here other than it's still in the accumulation phase, and it's looking pretty good in the RSI here. This is like a sell signal, but I don't know, man. It still looks good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. Not as bloody as I was expecting March to be, but it is only March 9th. So, I mean, who knows? I think the potential for it to go back down, for some more accumulation is possible.
I
And
think
I
that's
think
what we
that's
want.
desirable. That's what we want to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm hoping Bitcoin doesn't just rip through all-time highs from here.
Yeah.
Like, it's just we can't have that, man. We got to have Bitcoin slow down. Like the market needs some time to, really reassess what's happening here,
Yeah.
especially the NFT market, because the NFT market is full blown like bonkers mode. You know what I mean? And a good example of that is Taco Bell just dropped their first NFT. I
That's
think
right.
either today or yesterday.
Yeah, it's just a
I mean,
GIF.
just think of what I just said. Taco freaking Bell. Like it's so bonkers. I never would have assumed this would happen, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. You can make your own judgment call about what that means. I mean, everyone wants a piece of the NFT mania. Like on our last video yesterday, we already identified NFT is a much more trendy topic than DeFi. So
Yeah.
the attention is here, and that's the NFT itself, right? It's just some tacos.
Yeah, it's just some tacos and has like this animation to it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So by reassess, I mean like the market just kind of like, yeah, like let's discuss amongst ourselves. Like, is this
An indicator. This is the second
yeah,
sign of the apocalypse.
no, like, yeah, is this like healthy like consumer adoption, or is this like some weird, like are we in like some weird experimentation phase, or is this, yeah, like just euphoria where like anything can be minted and just turns to gold,
Yeah.
basically? Like, is that what we want to be happening? I don't know.
Well,
So
we know for sure that if this level of craze was happening in 2017, this would be the ultimate of all indicators. But because this is 4 years later, I think we sort of expected this.
yeah,
And
yeah, it's it's true. It's in the sense,
eh,
you mean like the ultimate indicator in the sense, like if there is a Taco Bell coin, like get
yeah,
out.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
You're
Like if
done.
fucking Taco Bell cryptocurrency would have been total top,
Yeah, yeah,
You're right.
exactly.
So yeah, let's think about, I don't know.
So what's
He's
crazier
just
than this? Like, what would be the indicator? Let's say this was December 2021, right? And Bitcoin's like hovering around 175,000, right? Maybe like 190, 200, and
yeah,
something crazy happens. What is that crazy?
I don't know, dude. For running out of like crazy space.
Yeah, I think I think so too. What would that be? I mean, God, that's tough.
But also, this is part of NFT. Like, it seems manic now, just because we're not used to it as a sector to see all these like mainstream brands enter our space.
Yeah,
But that's kind of like what NFTs bring. They bring that potential for like brand power to enter the space, and
yeah.
that's kind of like that's a perfect segue into like the Luxo conversation.
Yeah. So, what is Luxo? So, Luxo is a new blockchain. It's a new blockchain platform that focuses on the fashion industry, and to that focus, there is a I guess focusing on the fashion industry. There's a lot of applications that could be applied to this blockchain that not only allows them to focus on the fashion industry, but allows them to enable a sort of identity, right? And they can do virtual items, and they can do all kinds of stuff with this blockchain. So you'll see in a minute that they have a lot of use cases, and a lot of those use cases are already being done on Ethereum and
Yeah,
obviously all these other blockchains. But the unique thing about Luxo is that the focus on the fashion industry, we see a lot of parallels to this success with Flow blockchain.
yeah,
Flow makes it really easy for any regular consumer to get onboarded onto the cryptocurrency kind of like stage
hmm,
in the context of NBA Top Shots, right? People like basketball and they like the NBA. The NBA is dropping NFTs, and therefore you can associate NFTs with like the standard basketball card, except now digital. And so
Yeah.
it's pretty clear for the consumers to understand like there's a lot of value here. So so that's sort of where Luxo comes from. And one of the interesting things that I thought about Luxo was the fact that one of the founders of Luxo also was the creator of ERC20 and ERC725.
Hmm.
So that's a huge deal, right? We're talking about like Polkadot being huge simply because Gavin Wood is on Polkadot and the creator of Polkadot. So here's the creator of ERC20 working on Luxo, right?
So what exactly does it do? I mean, so it's a specific niche purpose built blockchain, you know. So that poses a lot of advantages when you get to design a blockchain around like a common goal, like or a specific goal. Like I think the Flow engineers they recognize like we're targeting like the collectibles market, you know.
Yeah.
So they went directly to these big brands and they're pitching them like we've designed this new architecture of a blockchain, much more scalable than Ethereum and whatnot. Unproven decentralization, though, and very debatable.
Yeah.
If you're within that Top Shot community, they're like now they kind of understand what you know sacrificing that centralization for scalability looks like. You know, all of them have their money locked into these accounts they can't withdraw because it. Oh, who would have thunk? Like this is the reason why everything's so quick and speedy and commercial friendly.
Yeah.
It's because it's totally centralized, right? I mean, come on. If anyone does any kind of research, you should understand that. But
Agreed.
of course, the consumer doesn't. They have no idea what they're getting themselves into. The NBA had no idea what they're getting themselves into, you know.
Yeah.
But regardless, these people spun up a very marketable product. And I think we're kind of seeing Luxo
Tap
pick
into
up.
a different market, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. If you read their white paper, for one, it's a monster of a white paper.
138 pages.
Yeah, dude, it's a beast. So if you're reading this, like, dude, get comfy.
Yeah.
You know, get your
popcorn.
Yeah, exactly. This is like diving into the Harry Potter universe.
Yeah,
basically.
it
like,
is.
This is an endeavor. But just reading briefly over it, like the word lifestyle. What is it? Lifestyle.
Community. Where is it?
He used like lifestyle culture over and over and over again. And I'm just trying to understand what that means, like the lifestyle. Hold on, don't move. Oh fuck, I lost it or whatever. I think what they mean by lifestyle, meaning like, is this like high fashion, almost like hipster like energy? I don't know, dude, but they use the term lifestyle. Look at it.
Yeah,
there's lifestyle economies,
secondary lifestyle economies. There's
lifestyle brands.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the hell lifestyle means. Here's another one, lifestyle world.
Yeah. So it's all fashion brands. You know how we have the NBA as a brand and we have the UFC as a brand. Now they're tackling and they're focusing on a different market called the lifestyle brand, right? There's going to be Gucci and Burberry and all these like lifestyle brands are going to be tapping into the whole NFT space and crypto space.
Yeah, all the things I know nothing about, basically.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and we'll show you how shocking this is in a minute.
Yeah, because at first gut instinct, it's like, why should I care about the lifestyle world?
Yeah, right.
You know, but if you're a part of that lifestyle world, you'll understand like how important this is. You know, because that encompasses majority of like commerce is the lifestyle world. You know.
Yeah, and we read through these different use cases, and there's nothing here that's new, right? They're not enabling anything new, which is why we're comparing them to Flow, because Flow doesn't do anything really new, right? They're just adapting a product to a wider audience and making it easier to onboard them into the crypto space. And like Iman was saying, that there's a trade-off, right? There's a decentralization trade-off where something like Flow is more centralized and therefore a better user experience and therefore can bring more people than what an Ethereum dApp might do.
Yeah. And I think a big reason why we're kind of like identifying this trend now, Flow being one, Luxo being another. I'm sure there's going to be even more examples of like, I don't know, automobile, the specific freaking blockchain. I don't know.
Agriculture. I mean,
yeah, this is kind of needed in the sense that you can't congest Ethereum with all these different like niches because I mean Ethereum's just not a favorable environment at the present moment for like commercial grade interaction.
Yeah.
It's just not. That's the simple truth. So we have opportunists in this space who recognize that now they're just going to spin off their own, like think of them as like parachains almost, like
Yeah.
they're just alternate chains, and but they're bringing something that Ethereum lacks a lot, and that's like a marketing angle. The difficulty that Ethereum faces, it's a community of like mostly developers, right? So there's no consensus on like which brand products to onboard onto Ethereum. Like, how do you even do that as a community?
That's true. So if we want to take a look at some tokenomics here, they have a pretty standard breakdown, right? So Luxo has been around a little bit longer than some of these like newer tokens with smaller market caps. As you can see, you can tell like the remnants of like previous ideologies in the past. A lot of projects used to do IEOs, right? Today they're doing IDOs, right? This is an initial exchange offering, and today they're doing an initial DEX offering.
Yeah.
So now I think they had this reversible ICO sort of in a sense where you can buy the tokens and then you can reverse the purchase back if you wanted to switch back into ETH. So this happened, I believe, in 2020. So.
But ultimately, it was very successful. They raised $18 million, it looks like. So they're well funded at this point. Like, so that's one hell of a war chest to achieve what it is they're trying to achieving.
Right.
So we've identified that they're very specific niche. Now, if you keep scrolling down, you find like their advisors or something. I think we saw them earlier.
Yeah, it was in the About Us section here.
Okay. So this is really where. Okay, so this is your guy, your boy.
Yeah, this is the ERC20 guy.
Okay. So he's got some clout, obviously, with the crypto community. And the lady, Marjorie, apparently has like some deep connections to some like real top name brands, right?
Yeah, for sure. And then just look at some of the brands that are involved as advisors: Chanel, Burberry,
Nike. Freaking. I mean, the list goes on. Instagram, strategic partnerships, all kinds of stuff. So I mean, not interested. Basically, it gives you an idea of like it's just more confirmation. They're attacking a specific sector. Here. And you again go deep into that white paper. We didn't have much time, but they're trying to paint a vision of like what's potential, like those potential use cases. While me and Will were reading through it, we kind of like envisioned an application ourselves, like meaning like there's in the fashion industry, there's something called runway shows that happen all the freaking time, right? Mm-hmm. There are runway models. They walk up and down these catwalks displaying all the big brands, like latest fashion IP, essentially. Now with the Lukso infrastructure in place, like now there's an opportunity there for like
interaction with the community.
Yeah, where you can actually mint like virtual representatives of this fashion brands on the Lukso blockchain itself, and actually be able to display them on your virtual worlds or virtual characters, whatever the hell the Lukso community ends up building. That's the thing about this. It's so early. We don't know what is going to be concocted there. Right?
Yeah, and another one, something that's more aligned with like gaming is the idea that you can use Lukso as a platform to aggregate like physical Pokemon cards and NFT them and using Lukso, because Luxo is focused on I guess digitizing the physical space as well. And so that's their brand. And so it makes sense that you would build your business that's based on collecting a bunch of Pokemon cards like from the community and minting them as NFTs so that you can sell your Charizard in an open market, right? Instead of having to send that Charizard everywhere, when a sale happens. So
it's
so then it goes back to the comparisons, right? Luxo is worth now $300 million after a 20x in about a month or two.
Yeah. So it's definitely a pretty risky time if you were to dip your toes into this one. Like we've seen this before. You definitely don't want to be buying into any kind of parabolic run up. But the reason to be discussing this is just because of its, we're identifying a trend with these two, Flow and Luxo,
blockchains.
Blockchains, yeah. this is the beginning of like the commercialization of blockchain in a sense.
Yeah.
It's something that I think would have taken much longer for the Ethereum community to get to on its own. If we didn't have these spin-off like blockchains with like these very specific desires as a community, like we wouldn't be seeing this for like another 3 to 5 years, basically.
Yeah, agreed.
The fact that we are seeing it, and Flow has proven the business model of onboarding, commercial brands, selling hundreds of millions of dollars worth of virtual goods essentially to their own fan base. Yeah, with Top Shot, 230 million. That was done in like 2 months of sales.
That's right.
Who knows how much they probably will close out the year with $1 billion in profit. Who knows?
Yeah, and look how much good is done for the NBA. I mean, their revenue was cut significantly because of COVID, but they're making nice side money here with NFTs.
Yeah, so it's an unfortunate. I mean, but these are EVM. The thing about Luxo, it's EVM compatible, so it's not necessarily all bad for Ethereum.
That's
that
correct.
Like these alternate chains are gonna like take away some of Ethereum's thunder.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, it's good for the blockchain space in the sense that it's bringing brand awareness and demand to like they want to concoct these new virtual products for their their customer base.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, these big brands they don't care about the decentralization aspect. They just care about making money, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Simple as that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're like so these new chains are going to come to these big businesses like, hey, we can make you some fucking money.
Yeah.
That's the pitch. And it's that simple,
And speaking about money, so you might have the questions, well, how big is the fashion industry? We had the question as well, and we looked it up. It's only $1.9 trillion in 2019, right? And it's projected to go to close to $3 trillion by 2030.
Unbelievable.
It's a ridiculous amount of money for fashion, right?
Yeah, like I was thinking like the big golden goose for the blockchain space was to bring in the gaming industry. Like, I was like, dude, there's nothing's gonna be better than like when the gamers get here.
Yeah.
But apparently I'm totally off that prediction because that's my world, right? I exist in that realm.
Yeah.
I had no freaking idea the fashion and like the cosmetics industry is like, it just completely dwarfs the entertainment and the gaming industry,
Yeah, cosmetics 438 billion by 2026.
Yeah, dude. And I think gaming is like 100 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, collectively.
Yeah, roughly between 30 and 77 billion.
Good God.
Gaming.
I can't believe it, man.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, if you're wondering like why girls are always broke, like that's it.
Yeah, that's
mostly girls are fueling those two industries. You know what I mean? Like the cosmetics and fashion industry. Like where's all that money coming from, dude?
Yeah,
it's from all the girls, dude. It's got to be, and guys nowadays. Like the things like Yeezys and stuff. Like that's what's so interesting. Before, like big expensive products used to only be for the rich. Now it's like the marketing has been done so well that like they've convinced even the not rich, the middle class
to save up
society. Yeah, save up 2 weeks' salary and buy our freaking, our Yeezys or our Gucci's.
Yeah.
That's what like the culture has shifted to really, really want these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, if blockchain is on its way to bringing in some of this, activity, whew,
yeah,
that's gross.
Yeah, if you thought $230 million for Top Shots and in Flow is big, I don't think we've seen anything yet when it comes to the fashion industry.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, this is all NFT enabled. So like again, you've got to keep your eyes on this NFT sector because that's what's making all this possible.
Yeah. All right, that's the video for today. Hope you enjoyed, learned something new about Lukso. What are your thoughts about Lukso? Let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter @TheBlockRunner and also at MeadowZone.io. And we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.